Hi everyone, this is Kalyan Kumar this side, and welcome back to Chemistry Universe. This is video number 6 of amines. We have done 15 preparations of amines, and I thought that would be sufficient. And so now we are on to the next part, that is the physical properties of amines. And for amines, at least, the physical properties are important enough, especially the way the amines look like and the way they smell. That has a lot to do with the initial detection of amines. So, in case you get questions where they start with, okay, a compound of this molecular formula has this kind of a smell, one can sense it could be an amine. So let's get the video rolling. All right, so as you can see, it's physical properties now, part number 6. And the first thing is that the methylamine is a gas. Now, as far as ethylamine is concerned, it is also a gas, but I was more interested in methylamine. But methylamine and ethylamine both are gas. And primary amines with 3 to 4 carbon atoms are liquids, and they are quite volatile at room temperature. And the higher aliphatic amines, that is more than 4 carbons long, are solids at room temperature. Now, the aromatic amines, like aniline for example, are liquids, are colorless liquids or solids, but can become colored due to oxidation in air. They give you quinol, and that we have already done in phenols. And of course, we'll do that later on when we do the chemical reactions. Now, the diamines are pretty important. The diamines, example, putrescine and cadaverine, have unpleasant pungent odors, especially in decaying flesh. The smell that you get from a decaying flesh is due to diamines. There are 2 NH2 groups, either on the same carbon or on different carbons. And these are found in cadavers, dead bodies. And so they are also known as cadaverine, and they have very putric smell, and therefore they are called putrescine. So these are ones which have a very foul smell. The higher amines have fishy smell. Of course, there is nothing fishy about it. It's just that they smell like fish. And due to the intermolecular association, primary amines tend to have higher boiling point than secondary because they have more H, and secondary have more than tertiary. But both primary and secondary amines have lower boiling point than alcohols, because that alcohols, the OH bond being more polar, would tend to form stronger hydrogen bonds. So of comparable molecular masses, you'll find alcohols having a higher boiling point. And as I said, the boiling point of tertiary amines, which forms no hydrogen bonds, are near to those of alkanes of comparable molecular mass. And the order of boiling point, as expected, is primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. The lower molecular weight amines, that is less than 6 carbon, are very much soluble in water due to, again, hydrogen bonding. And the water solubility of amines decreases with the increasing size of alkyl group, because bigger the alkyl group, more is the hydrophobic part, more will be the non-polar part. And the order of solubility is again based on hydrogen bonding, primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. A basic strength we've already done in general organic chemistry, so you should have a look at that. How are they basic? And in fact, I'll just give you an idea. Generally it is secondary greater than primary greater than tertiary if the basic strength is calculated in water, the one that can form hydrogen bonds. But where it cannot form hydrogen bonds, it will be tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. So that is how the basic strength goes, but the details you can check out in general organic chemistry. And the last one is that aliphatic amines are less dense than water, while the aromatic ones are typically heavier than water, even though slightly. So they will sink even if they don't mix. So that sort of ends the physical properties of amines. And obviously from the next one, we're going to start the chemical properties of amines. So till then, goodbye, have a nice day, and thank you for watching this.